Hi, this is Darren from Property Prosperity. Today I thought I'd have a bit of a chat about if you're looking at building, how to design the plan, to be perfect for you, basically. But unfortunately, the bad news is that designing a new home is probably all revolves around compromise. Compromising between not just what you want, but also what your council going to let you do, and also what your budget's going to let you do. If you think about it, obviously as the house gets bigger, it's going to get more expensive. Likewise, as council are going to have their requirements on what you can and can't do with the property as well. So I thought I'd go through a little bit step by step. First thing you're looking at is what you want. What you want, how's it going to suit your family, suit your lifestyle, what you're looking at doing. So obviously consider how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, the garaging, all that sort of stuff. If you're in the situation where you haven't actually bought the block of land yet, then you have the chance then to sort of design a house around your lifestyle and then try and find a block of land that's going to fit in with that house. But in reality, quite often you're going to find that you're really going to have to design the house around the land because the land's so different in shape and size, and the slopiness of the land. It's a lot easier to try and design a house around a block of land. Hey, Andrew Crosby, thanks for joining. It's a lot easier to design a house around a block of land than it is to try and get a block of land to suit a house, because invariably you're just trying to almost put a square peg in a round hole, and it ends up costing you crazy amounts of money if you're trying to match in the wrong type of house to the wrong block. And at the end of the day, land's usually the expensive thing. So what you want to try and do is maximize the space, the usage of the land, and try and use it as well as you possibly can. That's taking advantage of the sun and the views and all the other sort of things you can think about as well. So, hey Leanne, thanks for joining. So that's the first thing. Try and work out how you want to use the house, and then you have a look around and try and find a block of land that's going to try and suit what that type of house would be. But at the end of the day, if you're trying to find a block of land that's close to the city, then a lot of them come from subdivided blocks, and then there's limited size on those blocks. So quite often you're finding you're dealing with 300 or 400 square meter size blocks, and so that's going to have a big limit on what you can actually do. You're going to have setbacks from the front of the house, you can have setbacks from the back of the house, the size of the backyard. So that's where the whole compromise thing comes in. So you might decide, can I fit the single story house I want on there, or maybe I have to go 2-story. The problem then becomes, okay, well, if I'm going 2-story compared to single story, then what's the extra cost for that? So that comes to the final factor then is how much do I have to spend? And that's, to be honest, that's the main deciding factor when I'm dealing with most clients is how much the money they got, because at the end of the day, the bigger the house gets, the more expensive it's going to get. And so quite often I'm dealing with the fact that it's great to design this perfect plan that's going to fit with what you want, and then suddenly you're chatting to council and getting all the approvals, getting all that sorted, and then they finally get the house costed up, and then they find they can't afford it. So they've spent all this time, they've actually bought this block of land they can't build a house on. So probably my suggestion here is probably start with the budget and work out exactly what you can afford. The